Hey guys, in this video I'm going to show you how to improve the performance of your computer and to diagnose your computer for any problems. So the first thing I would recommend you do is to use your antivirus program to scan your computer for any malware or viruses. I'm using Avira, so if you're using Avira, the process would be the same as it would be in this tutorial. If you're using a different program, it might not be the same. You want to find out how to do a full system scan. If you are in Avira, you would go here to Scan System, or you can go to System Scanner, go to Full Scan, right click, and Start Scan as Administrator. And this could take up to many hours depending on the number of programs that are on your computer or a number of files that are on your computer. If you've got a lot, it's probably going to take a long time. If you don't really have that much on your computer, it's probably only going to take like half an hour or something like that. So that's one thing you can do for your antivirus program. There is another type of virus called ransomware. It's actually scary because it can cause you to lose pretty much all of the files on your computer. You've only got two options: to pay the ransom, which I would assume you definitely would not want to do, and you could restore your computer from a backup. Now, you would have to back up your computer as frequently as multiple times a week. It really depends on how often you're changing the files on your computer, but you would have to back up your computer at least once per week. And then if you ever get ransomware, you would restore it to the backup, like from an external hard drive or something like that. There is one program that I would recommend in addition to Avira in order to prevent you from getting ransomware. It is called Secure A+. I'm going to put a link to both of these programs in the description below in case you want to get them. They're both free, and they seem to be working pretty well. So this program works the same way. You would do a full system scan. Oh, by the way, this applies to both Avira and Secure A+. If either one finds viruses, you have three options. One, to move to quarantine, and you would do that if you're not sure whether or not a file is harmful or not. You could permanently remove a file if the developer doesn't seem trustworthy, or if you know that it's harmful to your computer. Or you can restore a file if you know that it's not harmful to your computer. So you've got those three options whenever your antivirus programs find files that could be harmful. So that's all I need to talk about for antivirus programs. Another program you can use to improve your computer's performance is CCleaner. This is a well-known program. It is known for cleaning junk files, which are temporary files your computer doesn't really need all the time. These files are not like your own personal files, like your documents or work files or anything like that. These are just files that generally take up unnecessary amount of space on your computer. And it's good to free up that space because when you the more space you use up on your computer, the slower your computer can get. So I recommend you analyze to see how much space it could free up. If it's more than 5 gigabytes, remember a gigabyte is more than a megabyte. If it's more than 5 gigabytes, then you want to free up space. If it's not more than 5 gigabytes, I guess you could clean it, but it's not necessary. When you run this scan or when you analyze your computer or whatever, you want to put a check mark next to as many things as possible on the left-hand side. And I'm talking about under Windows and applications. I would recommend not putting a check mark next to the items that give you an error message. So if you hit saved passwords, it gives you a warning message. Sorry, not an error message. And I'd recommend you not put a check mark next to those, because I would rather you not lose any of that stuff, because that could be important. CCleaner also gives you the option to clean your registry. I wouldn't recommend doing it all the time, because you could end up doing more harm than good. I would only recommend cleaning it if you notice issues on your computer and you think it may be the registry. So what you want to do is scan for issues, and I'm just going to scan for issues real quick, and I'm going to show you what you can do each time you fix the issues. Registry errors shouldn't cause too much harm to the system. So actually, hold on, you want to back up these changes to the registry, so you click yes. And right here I have a file called CCleaner Backup. The first time you save these changes as a file, you want to create the file, and then after the first time you want to keep replacing that file. Alright, so that's CCleaner. After CCleaner, you can also try these other tools. Open File Explorer and go to this PC. Under this PC, you will see your local disk or C drive. You want to right-click on the hard drive and go to Properties. Then go to the Tools tab, and you've got two tools right here. You can use error checking, and you can also defragment your hard drive. I'm going to start off by talking about defragmentation. So what this tool does is it sometimes files on your hard drive can get scattered, and when your system or your programs tries to access those files, it can put a lot of pressure on the system. It may even cause it to overheat. So you want to make sure that it locates those files easily. What you want to do is you want to click Analyze, and if it tells you that it's more than 5% fragmented, then I would recommend you click Analyze. But if it's under 5%, then I wouldn't worry about it. It may not affect the performance that much. For the frequency, if you want it to run on a schedule, you could set it to run monthly. It really depends how much you use your computer. If you use it frequently and you're always changing the files and installing new programs, I recommend you set it to weekly. If you aren't changing the files that frequently, maybe you can just set it to monthly like I did. Here's what you can do with Defragmenter. You can also use error checking, and this tests your hard drive for file system errors, and it shouldn't take more than an hour. It probably took me only 10 minutes or so. As far as I know, there are two messages that could pop up. One is that it says that there are no errors on your hard drive or whatever, and the other result could be that it found some errors and it was able to fix them. If you do come across a message that says it found some errors and it was unable to fix them, please let me know, and I'll try and help you out with that issue. Alright, and your last basic technique you can use to improve the performance and also troubleshoot your computer or try and fix some issues is Windows updates. So you want to go to the Settings app, then to Update and Security, and well, for some reason I'm having this error message right now. I can try restarting it. But what you want to do is you want to try and scan your computer for Windows updates. And I know that recently the Windows 10 anniversary update just got released, and a lot of people are not able to install that update. If you are one of those people, please click the link in the description below. It's the link goes to a video that I saw recently about how to install that if you are having some trouble. But other than that, you could try and install updates whenever you can, because Windows does find some vulnerabilities, and stuff like that in the system, and they always try and come out with some patches. So install updates if you can. So that's pretty much it with basic troubleshooting techniques. If you're still having some issues, you could try some more advanced techniques, which I'm going to show you right now. One of the techniques you could try is to update your graphic drivers, audio drivers, any other drivers that need to be updated. I recommend using a third-party application instead of the regular device manager, because it seems like Microsoft doesn't really try and find the latest version of every driver. It seems like they're more trying to find the one that's safest, not the latest. So I'm using this program called Driver Booster. It seems to be working fine. It doesn't seem to be like scam or anything like that. I think it's actually legit for updating drivers. So I've got all of my drivers updated right now, so I'm all good with that. And this also could help you with other problems on your computer, like if one of your applications is crashing, or if you're noticing issues like that. This is a safe option to go to. Let me tell you a story real quick, and this is going to lead to the next troubleshooting technique I have for you guys. So I had some problems where I had some blue screen of death error messages, and I did a bunch of research, and one of the articles told me to use Windows Memory Diagnostic tool. So that is what you can be using. Just go to the Start menu, Windows Memory, right here, Windows Memory Diagnostic tool, and you will have to restart your computer to use this tool. So I use this tool and scan my computer for any RAM issues or memory issues, and I found out that one of my memory sticks was bad, and I ended up having that replaced. And now I've got some good RAM in my computer. So this tool is very helpful. Once you restart your computer, it will start scanning your computer immediately, and it will give you the option to change how it scans. It will scan it, I believe, 3 separate modes: basic, extended, and I forget the other one, but you want to go as extended as possible so you could scan everything for issues. And that's how I found out that my computer's RAM was going bad for some reason. I got a replacement and now it's working fine. If you end up running into an error message, you should definitely look up the certain type of RAM that you have and try and replace it. Or if you don't feel like going through all of that process, you can take it to a computer repair shop. Oh, and the memory diagnostic tool does take up to about like 5 hours. That's how long it took for my computer to finish scanning. Okay, so there is one more technique I know of which you can try out to help fix problems, and this is to scan your computer for corrupt Windows files. And this is not like your own personal files. This is, I think, in the actual operating system. Maybe something went wrong or whatever. But the same thing happened to me. I ended up, my computer ended up finding corrupted files, and I ran Windows updates, and for some reason, Windows updates fixed the issue. I'm going to go ahead and show you how to scan your computer for corrupt Windows files. So you right-click on the Start menu, go to Command Prompt. You want to run it as administrator. Hit yes to that. When you have Command Prompt open, you want to be typing in SFC space / scan now. I'm going to put this Command Prompt command in the description below, so if you have a hard time seeing it right here, you can just go down in the description and check this out. This could take up to about 10 to 20 minutes. Once it's all done, it will let you know the results. So I believe there are 3 different results you can get. I don't know, there might be a 4th result, but as far as I know, you could get these 3 different type of results. One of them, it would say, Windows Resource Protection found no integrity violations, and that would mean that your computer is all good. You don't need to worry about corrupt files. The second result would say, Windows Resource Protection found corrupt files and was able to fix them. I don't know, it's something like that. But once you see that result, then you know that there were some errors, but it was able to fix them, so you're all good. The third result I know of is Windows Resource Protection found corrupt files and was unable to fix them. When you see this result, this is when you know you need to keep trying to fix the problem. Now, you can try and install Windows updates. The Windows Anniversary update fixed my problem, but you can also try some other techniques. You can actually scan your Windows image for errors, and I'm going to show you how to fix that right now. So I'm going to put these commands in the description also, but you would type in DISM space / online space / cleanup - image space / and then the first command you would put is CheckHealth, and you would let that run. And after that, you want to do the same exact command, except the last part would say ScanHealth instead of CheckHealth. So you want to let that run. After that's done running, you want to see the results of your 2 scans, and if one or both of them say that the component store is repairable, then that's when you know you can proceed to the next step, which is to use the RestoreHealth command, which looks like this. And I'll put this in the link in the description below. And if you get an error message that says the component store is not repairable, or it's irreparable, or something like that, then unfortunately you're pretty much stuck with those Windows corrupt files, which really doesn't sound pleasant. And you could try getting a new computer, but that's just uses up money. So if your problems on your computer are preventing you from doing something, I would recommend trying to contact a repair store or something like that. If it's not preventing you from doing something, then I'd recommend just leave the corrupt files on your system, as bad as it sounds. That's pretty much it. I'm trying to think if there's anything else, but I can't think of anything. So if you have any questions, please ask me, and I'll talk to you guys later.